Hello. Today we are going to do a density determination and show you really how simple it is. First of all, density is mass divided by volume. It's how much mass you can fit in a certain size volume. Here's the formula, but right there, high-tech post-it note. Density equals mass over volume. Very simple. The mass is usually expressed in grams and the volume in cubic centimeters. So how do we measure that? Well, we're going to show you. Okay, the first thing we have to do is measure the mass. What I'm going to determine the density of is this simple piece of chalk. We know that it has a density greater than water because it sinks in water. Anything that has a lesser density of the material it's floating in will float. Anything that has a greater density will sink. That's Archimedes' principle. Now I have here a nice balance. I could block the fluorescent light. You see it's on 0. I'm going to put this on and I'm going to let it stop, and I'm going to write down the amount of grams it is. It's 9.8 grams. 9.8. Let me write that down so that I don't forget it. You could see that very clearly. In front of us we have a graduated cylinder. That's nothing but a glass cylinder with markings for cubic centimeters on it. And I have those facing us. I'm going to zoom in on the cylinder, and you can see that the level of the water, look at it move, is at 55 cubic centimeters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our piece of chalk and drop it in there. It is now at 59 cubic centimeters, or is it? Let's see. It is now at 59. Yep, that's 59 cubic centimeters. Now, of course, what we have to do is we have to measure to the bottom of what we call the meniscus, because the water goes higher on each side because of the surface tension, what we call adhesion, that these molecules adhere to the side of the glass. So we always read it from the bottom. So from the bottom to the bottom was 9, approximately. 5.9, let's see, that's 59. So let us see here. We took the original was 55. I had written that down somewhere. Let me just take the device off. Well, I can just leave it there. It went from 55, which was right here, to just about, well, it looks a little less now. It went from 55 to 59. Let's just call it that. Now we can do the calculations on the board. Hello, now we can do our board calculation. And I only have a small piece of chalk, but we can do this. The actual mass was 9.8 grams. And the volume was 4 cubic centimeters. It went from 55 to 59, so that's 4 cubic centimeters. If we do the division on the calculator, we would have 9.8 grams divided by 4, and that comes out to 2.45. 2.45. I didn't leave enough room there, so I'll write it here. 2.45 grams per cubic centimeter. That's the units that we would use. So in other words, the piece of chalk is nearly 2.5 times as much mass as an equal volume of water. So in other words, it would weigh in any given environment 2.45 times water. And as you could plainly see, If I grab it over here, it's sunk like a rock, which it is. Chalk is a rock.